Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bios are joined by Rel here for day number 2 of the Call of Duty Championship presented by Xbox. We do have, of course, Brazil 5 Stars, Rise Nation. These guys going head-to-head. We just saw domination on Freight. It was going to be Rise Nation taking that one out, 166 to 136. SnD on Sovereign, though, different map, different game type. Perhaps Brazil 5 Stars can sort of win this one.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was a 30-point difference overall, but both sides, Rise Nation played very consistently. You know, there was no variance in the style of play, and the points reflected that as well. However, as you say, this is a whole new ball game. It
is indeed. These guys are actually into it right now, so we'll jump on into the game as well. On the first half of the attacking team is what we usually like. Looney does have that bomb in hands, and we are here with Fears right now. Of course, that is that Rise Nation squad on the attack for this first one, and so far it's a 3v3 with one player gone from each team.
Yeah, and one thing I would say about Rise Nation, in terms of the regional qualifiers, their search and destroy game wasn't all that strong in terms of the kill-death ratio. I'm just going to quickly run through some of these because Fizz, Looney, and Pac-Man all went under 1, so 0.85, 0.84, and 0.64 respectively. Only Wheats put up a 1.15 average kill-death ratio in the regionals.
That ball has gone down at A, though. Kokolanda picks up Looney as it becomes Fizz now in a 1v3. Kokolanda, Lee, and Excellence all trying to hunt here for Fizz. Fizz getting dropped. Bomb will be defused. And the first round will go in Brazil 5 Stars. And, you know, I saw this a fair bit yesterday. The respawn game types did go in favour of a few heavy dominated teams. But the team that was usually struggling in respawn were picking up a few SnD rounds and perhaps even taking the SnD out. So I'm hoping Brazil 5 Stars can do that here as well.
Well, that was great, actually. So Kokolanda, 2 kills to his name and a defuse under his belt as well. Nice 3-point streak there. And we're going to start off watching him as we go into this second side and stick on board with the attacking team.
Of course, we want to stay with that attack. Who's going to get the bomb, though, is a question. Excellent. So we'll jump on board with him. Just to see what he's actually doing. We'll engage Oracle mode as well for you. Also, we'll see who's going to challenge him. It does seem like a B push, though, as these guys try and head in through Snake, perhaps. He's just checking it, making sure no one's going to push up out through that lockers area into Lab Coats, and it would seem no one indeed. Excellent. Actually, a bit of a split push. You know, they've got one player inside of that mid area. They've got one player watching back, of course, on their construction area on that catwalk side of things, and then another 2 with the bomb Excellence and his teammate trying to make their way inside. But right now, not really much happening. A very slow round.
Well, this is it. I mean, you've got to play it slow sometimes on the attack. He doesn't want to push out too far. He just needs to make sure that he's staying alive, and he engages despite having a short-range Vector. Does manage to empty a lot of bullets, actually, into the enemy team, but unable to pick up a kill.
And it's going to be now. We'll see a few of these guys obviously trying to push on in still and get that bomb down. It's going to be Excellence, though. Really trying to pick up some few more kills and then plant the bomb. He's got 30 seconds to do so, of course. He does pick up that one. Now it's a 1v2, and this like that, that's why I don't really like B too much. Looney takes him out. You know, B, while it does seem the more closed options, it has more little nooks and crannies to look through, in my opinion.
Well, Kokolanda in a 1 versus 3 situation now, going to have to do something special, but it was never meant to be, as Rise Nation managed to equalize and bring this back to a 1-1 tie.
And now we'll see on this replay, of course, as well. These guys just picking up a few nice little shots there by Fizz. He's on 2 and 1. You're going to have Looney on 3 and 1 as well. And just like that, just really slowing down. But I like these rounds, Rel. It's, you know, a very close game for SnD is what we always like to see. When it goes for that round for round, you don't really want to see a whitewash 6-0.
Okay, well, as I said before, I do actually want to see what's going on with Wheats. He was the strongest search and destroy player, in my opinion, from the US regionals, which allowed Rise Nation to actually qualify here, boasting that average 1.15 kill-death ratio. He's not doing too well this game so far, but I'm sure he can pick this up.
You know, this bottom rush down to the bottom up to the caution is always a thing that I like to see. Looney picking up a kill down in the background on H, though. They're making it a 4v3. If West can push out quickly here, he can sometimes flank and cause a bit of an upset. Ball goes down at A, and Wheat still waiting for someone to push across that caution. No one does, as it'll be now the opposition side of things. Of course, Brazil 5 Stars having to push to that bomb side as Excellent picks up Fears.
I've just actually got on board with Pac-Man because he is dead on that bomb. I mean, you know, he's right next to it, so he's surely going to be engaging in a gunfight. Oh, but very soon, and there we go, does manage to pick up the kill. And that is going to be it, 2-1 now to Rise Nation.
Some nice work there indeed. And, you know, Rise Nation, while they does seem like the more heavy-hitter team, I'm still giving Brazil 5 Stars a chance here. You've got to, at this little level of competition, they're here for a reason, because they've qualified for this competition, and it's not an easy thing to do so.
Well, this is it. I mean, these are literally the best teams in the world competing for their
Definitely.
share of $1 million. I mean, that is absolutely phenomenal. But of course, the prestige and title has been world champions.
Oh, that's exactly right. And it's going to be, of course, Brazil on that attack once again. Excellent. Has that bomb. Let's see if these guys can actually get it down this time, though, because last time they did fail to do so. The thing, B is the option, but for me, B has to be done quick and clean. Maybe go in there, drop the trophy down, which he does have. They're just not getting that bomb down quick enough. Going for that bank shot. Nay, does not get the kill. I think it was a trophy that blew that up at that time. Thanks to Oracle Mode, we see a player laying there waiting.
Yeah, and I think Excellence might have just about spotted him there. Oh, and he did, but the player has eluded him. He's managed to get away, or evaded even. Excellence now just switching around the war machine. He's not quite sure where to go, I don't think, here, Bioacid.
You know, I think they're just second-guess themselves, so to speak, Rel. Obviously, they are at B. They should have put it down when they first got there. Because they've waited so long now, almost half that time of this round, it's going to be a much difficult task. And that these guys, obviously, you see their rise aware that they're over here at B, and they're just going to start pinching down, you know, closing and tightening that noose around the neck.
There we go, then watching Excellence now. Now we know that there is someone right above him, but they have no idea where each other are. He's going to have to go for a plant, and he's opted to push the B-bomb side. Doesn't make the kill, though.
I think this is, like I said, they're taking way too long to get inside here at B. Lee now here at the bomb side. He's getting his teammates all around, getting dropped, and there it is there. Pac-Man, clean two-piece on H and Lee to take out the round for that Rise Nation squad. And you'll see him in your kill cam 1 and then 2. Of course, Looney coming from behind as well. So a great teamwork there by Rise, you know, to push at the same time. Obviously to back each other up, and they take the score now to 3-1.
Well, there we go. So good work from Rise. This is it. I mean, they went down, but they didn't let their heads drop. They just got straight back into this game. And let's see what is going on with Looney. He's 5 kills to only 1 death.
And Looney doing what his teammates wasted last time. Push down the bottom here. Will he climb up ladder in mid or where B flag usually is for domination? He is going to. Sometimes you usually see him push all the way though. I thought he was going to jump off the other side. Just then I was going to say, well, what are you doing that for? You should just round underneath. Save that the climb, save the energy. But right now, they've slowed it down. But I think they're sort of feeling that A push.
There we go. Looney just holding back. And, yep, it is going to be the A push. They spotted someone just going into green. That was really unfortunate timing for H, but great play from Looney.
COD timing out of his finest, of course. He did have the Bulldog as well, so it could have been a very risky move. Looney running around here. He's on 6-1 on the hunt for anyone that he can find. Player up high on the backstand side of catwalk here. Shots. Oh, nice work there by Looney. Lee had first shots, but Looney still managed to pick him up. It's a 1v3 now for the Coco-Lander.
Looney is on fire here, but Coco-Lander's going to have to do something special to shut 3 players of Rise Nation down. He has managed to find Looney. 2 remain, just Wheats and Fears. He's got to find them.
He's going to try, of course. Wheats with that bomb as well. He still hasn't been planted. So 25 seconds, as I say that, though. The bomb does go down there at B. So he's going to make his way there slowly. He's got plenty of time. It's 7.5 to the defusal. Flicks on that thermal on the hunt for any player. Of course, while he's doing that, we can't really see where these players are at either. There's a player right back and a player inside. It's a good defense set up, I think, right now from that Rise squad.
Well, Coco-Lander was just caught out of position there, and Rise Nation knew they had the opportunity to plant and just went for it. He's got to make these kills very quick. He's just got to throw himself in there, and I just think he's taking too long over this.
Oh, I have to agree. There's going to be a player coming from behind him in just a moment. There it is there. You know, the defense, again, you know, once these guys get the bomb down, they've done well, and I think that's been an overall issue right now for the Brazil 5-star team. They have just been taking too long for any play, even their attack or defense sort of thing. Well, sometimes it is best to be more aggressive, and I think aggressiveness right now would catch Rise off guard.
Well, it is now 4 rounds back-to-back here for Rise Nation. Standout player for me, certainly so far, has been Looney, and we can see that 7 kills to his name.
Definitely, you know, Looney has been picking up a fair few kills here. Excellence once again with that bomb, but let's stay on board with H here. He's going to try and perhaps make something work. He's going to push down the bottom. This is what I talked about, the aggressiveness. You need to become aggressive right now against this team. Hopefully they pick a round up. Hopefully they even heard me perhaps, because that's what it seems to be doing right now. H, play to his right, doesn't see him, though, turns, and that's COD timing at its finest. Weiss picks him up. Coco-Lander takes down 1 as well, as Looney takes him down. It's going to be now a 2v2 situation. Excellence and Lee up against Looney and Fierce.
Excellence on the hunt for a player now, and we know that there's one just at that other side of the wall. Excellence does get shut down, though, and Lee up against 2.
You know, their aggressiveness started very well there in that round, but then it slowed down more to what we've seen so far from Brazil 5-stars. Of course, that was H, who was very aggressive right at the start, but the rest of the guys weren't really following in pace, and therefore it's going to cost them the round. 5-1. That one finishes up with Fears picking up lead right at the end there. So a nice round indeed, but, you know, it's 1 round away right now for Rise to take the series score to 2-0.
Yeah, Brazil 5 stars would have to win 5 rounds of Search and Destroy back-to-back against arguably a stronger team. Yeah. Certainly not impossible, but definitely improbable.
Oh yeah, it's definitely been done plenty of times in the past, and we say plenty because it has, you know, very few times at the same time. A lot of times, you do see teams bring that back with 5 straight rounds. And I think it's going to be very hard, like you said, Rel, with these two teams. It does seem like Rise is just stronger.
Well, here we go. Wheats now is going to breach into War Room after picking up that first kill against Excellence. As we said, one of the greatest players on the Call of Duty titles in Europe, just leaving his 3 Brazilian teammmates remaining.
As it seems, pushing around very slowly here. Pac-Man with that bomb as well as he's pushing inside there in War Room. Looking to push inside a bear. They've got a teammate there as well. Shots from behind though. H is pushing a bit of an upset now in that flank. He did it last time. He's been the more aggressive player from that 5-star team, but no one else is really doing it with him, and that's sort of the bad thing. We do see one working a flank, though, around through the attack caution side of things. If he pushes up high, he might be able to cause. It's Lee. He just walked right in across the plate.
Oh, there
he stepped on Fierce's head.
Yep. Here we go. 1 versus 2 now for Wheats. Odds are against him, but he does have that bomb planted. He's just got to run the time down. That's
all he has to do. It's all about just keeping these guys off the bomb and staying alive. Down to that 7.5, but there is their lead, taking him out. I think I want to give that round to H from the Brazil 5-star teams. His aggressiveness for that flank straight away caught these guys off guard from that Rise squad. And then, of course, you did see Lee as well. Lee almost causing himself to die when he walked over Fierce's head. But at the same time, these guys did pick up a round, and now it's 5-2.
Well, that is 1 round of 5 that they're going to have to win back-to-back to actually take this Search and Destroy. So the pressure is certainly on Brazil 5 stars. We're going to watch one of these plays. I want to watch H, because you were just saying in that previous round he played really well. Yeah,
I'm just thinking that the aggressiveness that he is showing is that making the difference. But more of the team has to also be just as aggressive. You know, it's that whole cheer going, be aggressive, be aggressive. And that time Looney was counting on it to take him down in the bottom half of green.
All right, well, now watching Lee, because he does have that 3-point streak more than anyone on his team currently. Just over a minute left on the clock, and Lee's going to have to make some moves to support the bomb planter, which is going to be Excellence.
Sniper comes out there from Pac-Man of the USR, take down Cocolanda. Now Weed's picking up Excellence as well. Double nade here for Lee, though. Could pick up an easy 2 kills, perhaps, if his nades find their target. I don't know if they will. One player above him, though. He did see him, but he was also caught as he crossed the pathway. 1 shots go out. The player above, why would you poke back out when you knew he was there? I don't know, but Fears will take him down, and Rise will pick up the round and the game. 6-2.
6-2, absolutely. And a 6-2 victory on Search and Destroy does follow the total difference of 30 points on the domination that we saw earlier, which means in this best-of-5 series now, Rise Nation are leading 2-0.
And it's going to be game number 3 coming up next, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a Blitz on Freight. Now, we saw the domination happen on that map as well, but Blitz is a totally different ball game, mainly because of the fact that it's a small map, so sort of you can get a lot of caps in. And as I've always said, Blitz not all about the slaying power. It's also about your sneakiness and just if you can outsmart the other team, you can really make a difference. First up, though, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, game number 3 between the Rise Nation and the Brazil 5 stars here from the Call of Duty Championship.